Hello, good evening from here. You're welcome to Opinion Sharers, and my name is Paul. Um, you're welcome, Uluwatosin. How are
Thank you
you
for.
today?
I'm good.
Okay, so we are still going to be talking about the issues that's happening in Nigeria, especially what stemmed from what happened yesterday, which was the killing of peaceful protesters at Lekki Tollgate yesterday evening. So these are some of the things that we'll be talking about today, and we'll be looking at other events that has happened between then and now, or perhaps beyond that. That's what we'll be looking at. But before we go straight into the talk, please can you share this video? Please share it if you're on Facebook right now and you can see this. Do please share it with as many people as possible. Share it on public pages where social issues are allowed to share or to be shared. I'm quickly going to do that now, so I will be back in just a few seconds. Okay, so I am at the page where I'm doing that now. I'm just sharing. Please share. So, Oluwatosin, you want to quickly run us down or run us through some of the events that you are privy to that has happened today?
Yeah, yeah. The today has been a very eventful day. First of all, before we go forward, I will express my condolences with the families of those that have lost loved ones, and those that their loved ones are sustained injuries. And also, I will express my dissatisfaction in the attitude of the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, to haven't addressed the nation over 24 hours since the incident happened where people were massacred on his orders at Lekkitollgate. In the last 24 hours has been a very eventful time in our history that the history of Nigeria might not be completed without mentioning the last 24 hours, where we have a patriot of the Federal Republic of Nigeria murdered in cold blood while they were singing the national anthem and holding the flag of Nigeria. A particular one of them was singing peace and unity until the gunshot met him. So the last 24 hours has been very invectiveful. People have chosen to attack many government properties and individuals' properties. Also, properties belonging to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State and the godfather of Lagos State, has been attacked. That's his TVC and probably the Nation newspaper has been attacked. The family house of the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in Ikate, part of Surulere, Lagos State, has also been burnt down. And a lot of things have happened. A lot of government property around Nigeria and different states in Nigeria has been attacked, burnt down also. A lot of people have lost their life also because we are protesting against police brutality and also the brutality continue. It's a very good time to be alive. People are protesting against something, and that thing, the government say we are fixing it, but there's no hope that they are fixing it because same thing is still killing people. It's a great time to be alive too. In the last 24 hours has been very eventful. Uh, we salute the courage of men and women that still be on the streets today to protest. I've seen a lot of solo protests by individuals and protests by group of people also. I salute their courage. I pledge allegiance with them. This fight, we will win it.
Okay, this fight we will win it. I hope we will win it. I hope we win it. I do hope we win it. Now, let me say this before we proceed. I know that we were here yesterday for almost 2 hours, and a lot of us were angry. Okay, and I want to, make an appeal. I want to say, don't stop being angry. Okay, it is okay. It is okay to be angry at what has happened in Nigeria, at what has happened to our people, because those are people. Those are people. If you and I, maybe by the reason of where you are located, you weren't able to join the protest physically, or maybe you have been doing it on your phone or your smart devices. Those guys, they died on our behalf. Somebody said yesterday in one of the videos that I saw, and it touched me deep. He said, this is not just because of me. He said, we are doing it because of the 5-year-olds. We are doing it because of these 10-year-olds. Because some of us, we already spent maybe half of our life already. Okay, so, but what about those ones that are just starting? They don't have to come and struggle the way we have struggled. I know that an average Nigerian, they've been, they've been one man all. Provide your own electricity in terms of generator. You provide your own education, which is not the same thing in saner societies. Okay, and people even provide their own water. When I was growing up in Ekiti, there was pipe-borne water. That was in the early 80s. There was pipe-borne water. But as we progressed, as we moved towards the 90s, we just found out that water no longer come to our village. So, we were completely dependent on the stream. And the stream water, if you see some of them, recently I just Googled my village, and then this particular water came up. Somebody had taken the picture and posted on the internet. And I couldn't believe that that was the water that we were drinking. But we survived. But many people did not survive it. Some of us may even have diseases now that we may not even know that is traceable to that water that we were drinking. But then, it is what it is. So I'm just saying, do not stop being angry. Even though I'm also at the same time saying, do not put yourself at at harm's way. If you think that if you're outside there protesting and you think that something might happen to you that might injure you or kill you, please stay indoor. Stay indoor. But and let's not destroy public properties. Please, this is very, very important. When I was about starting this broadcast, I thought in my mind that I was going to say this, as many times as possible before the end of this program, this broadcast tonight, that we should not burn down public properties or private properties or whichever property, please, because I've seen videos of the NPA, Nigerian Port Authority, being on fire, being set on fire. We've seen the family house of Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State, being set on fire. We've seen TVC, and a few other businesses believing to belong to either Lagos State or, the landlord, as we publicly call or popularly call him, Tinubu. So please, let's not destroy properties. And the reason is this. If we destroy, for instance, the Lagos public bus that's been set on fire, when we destroy properties of the government, who pays for it? It is our money. And the worst thing is that after this thing has calmed down, because this shall pass. All right? This shall pass. And tendency that we will still have the same people in government is the same. Is very, very almost 100% certain that we will have the same people in government. Okay, well, that's your opinion. You think it's not starting that we will have the same people. But then my
Òjò tó
point
rọ̀
is,
tí ò tí ì dá, Ọlọ́run ló ṣì mọye èèyàn tó máa pa. The
I
event we
agree.
have at hand now is a very serious one, and it's just building up. If we think
Okay.
what we have seen yesterday is the peak of it, then we are deceiving ourselves. The event is just building up, and what the end result, no one can predict. Even the president cannot predict. You and I cannot predict.
Which
So the
president are you
prediction,
talking about?
Buhari,
Which Buhari? The
if
Buhari
at all
that
is
we
there.
don't even know his whereabouts?
Okay, so nobody can predict that those we have there now will still be there after the event of the, because anything can happen. People are
Yes.
hungry. Even they
Wait,
killed
wait.
them yesterday. They are still on the streets.
Yes.
Anything
Okay.
can happen.
Wait. Wait first. You see, what I'm saying is this: that if we destroy public properties, after public properties have been destroyed, it is still our money that they will use to repair them and fix them. The worst part of it is that they will give the same contract to one of them which is already corrupt, with the one of the already elite that is going to make money again on our back. So we are losing 2 or 3 times. That's exactly my point. So
I
it's
agree
not
with
just that event might not escalate, but I'm just saying, why destroy ourselves? Why destroy our property? Because
I
the,
agree
the
with you.
senators,
But
the
when
senators,
people,
they don't use public transport now. It is
I agree
ordinary
with
people
you.
like you and I.
But when I agree with you, but when people are venting their hunger, they don't think of all this. Especially, you said they should not attack individual property. Individual property, they should attack more. This is my opinion. Individual property should be attacked more. These are collective money they have used to build up an empire for themselves. What does Tinubu have in 1998, 99 that is campaigning to be governor of Lagos State and eventually become governor of Lagos State? What does he have? Does he have TVC? Does he have the newspaper company? So these are money they have used to enrich themselves. Individual property should be attacked more. This is my opinion. If I'm on my account, this is what I would say. This is my opinion. This is what I'm saying from my mouth on account to myself. They should attack them. We have been kind, we have been gentle, we have been keeping quiet, we have been saying you go better for so long. If we remain calm, this ungodly act by the ruling class of Nigeria will continue and nobody will stop them. They have been expecting, they know they are exploiting us. They know they are riding on our back. They know they are hitting our future, our present. They are hitting our past. They are hitting our present, and they are hitting our future. They know this, and they are waiting for this. So they know it already that people are going to revoke against them. So advising people not to attack their property it's not a welcome idea. People should attack them. If you know where their family are, they should attack them. And me, the life that their family possess, the same life, the family of those that are mother and clothed blood, yesterday as Lekkigate, the same life those guys possess. People are there. A particular lady, the video was shown in the afternoon, she was dancing. In the night, her skull was empty. The brain is all out. The parents are at home waiting for her to come back. But she didn't return. So if someone is waiting for his son or daughter to come back and they didn't return, I should be sympathizing with him. If the report I saw on Twitter that the son of Tinubu is kidnapped is real, I should be sympathizing with them. See, we have gone past that stage of being kind to people, especially the oppressors. People that are not kind with you. And see, before it even degenerates to what we have now, how many people are dying in road accidents? I was telling my wife this evening that how many people in 2018, we have petrol tanker explosion on the road of Lagos State, how many cars were burnt? How many people died? So if these people don't care about us, why should we be caring about them? See, we have chosen to be godly, to be righteous, to be God-fearing for so long. It is time we start quoting that part of God's verse that is against the wicked. That one that said the wicked will not be led to sleep well. Yeah, it is time to start quoting them and start applying them. If people are out to kill you, you should not be having mercy for them. If people are hitting the money that is meant for road construction, an accident is happening on the way. Last year I was in Nigeria, you know, a trailer was trying to dodge a pothole and the Korokbe was inside. The car was inside. The trailer driver just came and knocked us off the road so that he can take the good road that we are on. If I had died there, will I be sympathizing with any fucking Tinubu today that they burn his TVC? I'm very sorry. This is my opinion. I'm not sorry for it. I'm very proud of it also. That every oppressor in Nigeria and their family.
Yeah, I understand that's how you feel. And I understand the need to be angry. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't be angry. In fact, I am saying that people should be angry, you know. But see, now let me tell you my own opinion, and you can actually, or our viewers can decide whether it is intelligent or not, okay? Or maybe they agree with it. After all, this is just opinion, you know. You are sharing your opinion. I'm sharing my own opinion, and they can also contribute by sharing their own opinion as well. So my opinion is that I am waiting for the day that we will have a government. We will have a government that will sue all our past leaders, including governors, senators, and presidents, all of them, including past head of states. If the ones that have died, we will go and look to their account and collect our money that is in their family. That is my own opinion. Because see, for instance, if Abacha had not died the way he died, all the money that Nigeria has recovered from him wouldn't have been recovered. Now look at when Abacha died, and look at how much we have recovered from them, or even until recently. Imagine people how much we can recover from people like Babangida. Imagine how much we can recover from people like Tinubu. Imagine how much we can recover from Buhari. A lot of us have been foolishly deceived, and we have agreed, like we mumu ourselves, to have agreed and assumed that people like Buhari was a man of integrity, somebody that has been that has been chairman of PTF, all right. When and this was when Abacha was the military head of state. So all the money that is being recovered now, Abacha got those money from the Petroleum Trust Fund, and Buhari was the one that was managing things for him then. And they deceive us to believe that the same Buhari is innocent. That is a man of integrity. So me, I don't want them to kill them. I want them to, I want us to have a government. I want us to have somebody that is crazy. That's why that's one of the reasons I'm supporting Showore. That because we need somebody that is crazy like that can say, see, every one of you, we need our money back. Because they're already old, we might not need to send them to prison. Or we can even put them in prison in their own homes. They must not go out. They cannot attend public functions. And they are not heroes. Nobody should celebrate them. This is the kind of punishment that I think they deserve. Rather than say, but because if you burn the TBC, if this TBC has been, let's assume that it's been built with our money, and then we destroy our own money when we can actually recover it. When it can be converted into business that somebody that can employ our you know, jobless graduates. I guess I hope you get my point. All right. So this is the reason, personally, why I'm saying that there's no need to burn these things, because I am thinking, and this might just be a foolish wish, okay, but I'm thinking that maybe we will get there, maybe, just maybe in this our generation, maybe this our generation will pass, you know, or maybe what we are experiencing will degenerate into something like that, such that we will have somebody that is crazy enough to say, people that will call out people like Obasanjo, that will call out people like Atiku, that will call out people like Buhari, that will call out Tinubu, and all the governors that have been collecting money, the you know, all manners of allowances, and then they will now go and retire in the Senate or the National Assembly, collecting double money. You know, they have houses in Abuja, have houses in Abuja, you know, and in Lagos or whatever state they are, and they are collecting pension. You know, yet people that have worked for 35 years, they are dying. Some of them can't even complete their own house. Some of them can't even afford money to get adequate treatment. This is the kind of society that we are. So, and that's why I'm saying that, see, let's not destroy these properties. Let us wait until we are able to elect a leader who is able to, you know, collect our properties back from them, because this is our money. Nobody, I'm saying it, nobody should be in politics and come out of politics and become as rich as Atiku. Nobody anyway. Nobody should should do just you know, do governor twice like Tinubu, and perhaps a senator once, and become as rich as he is. Nobody. It is because how can it be when there are people that have been working in civil service all this while, and they have nothing to show for it? So what did you do? What did you contribute? I don't see why any of them should be as rich as they are. So, and that's why I'm saying, see, it is our money. Maybe a day of reckoning will come. Maybe, I'm saying maybe, because I'm not sure. Because I don't know for how long this will continue. Many of us are not even thinking in that direction, I think. You know, but we need to start thinking in that direction. We need to start seeing that it is our money. I saw a video earlier today where Nigerians gathered around a building. It is reportedly to be in France, saying that is the hotel where Tinubu is lodged in France. You know, and there are people chanting Tinubu Ole, Tinubu Ole. That is welcome. We need to shame them. We need to let them know that the judgment is come. We need to let them know that they can no longer continue to focus, you know, as the way they fucked our parents and they were silent. You know, these are welcome ideas as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to play a you know, kind of about 1 minute video where some Nigerians actually were calling Tinubu, and you can actually hear his voice. You will know that it was him, you know. So I already shared it on Opinion Sharers page earlier, but I just want to play it just to give a little bit of credit to what we are saying, and you know, for people who may not have been privy to listen to the audio, to be able to listen to it. So, Tosin, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Even
Yeah,
though, you know,
I
wait, the thing is playing. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So I'm just trying to play this so that people can hear it. Nigerians are, you know, I think we are gradually getting to the level where we are no longer scared of them. And I think this is just the beginning.
Daddy, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Àwọn army wọn pa àwọn youth ní Tollgate. Kò dá dé eléyìí náà. Kò yẹ kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti sọ fún wa pé they said you have even gone out of the country, that you are in France now. How true is that, sir?
It's almost true.
But we know there will be no one to order those army to shoot at the youth unless you. No, not me. I can never order the army now. Please. I'm not in position to order army now. Sir, we know you're not in position to order me, but sir, we are very very sure, sir, that ẹ̀yin lẹ rán àwọn sójà yẹn kan pa torí owó tẹ̀ make ní tó gate yẹn kò yẹ kó máa lọ báyìí náà. Ẹ̀yin náà lọ́mọ. Sir, we know how much you make. We know how much you make there daily. So we know how much you've lost for the past 2 weeks or so. We know you're really not happy about this. Is that enough to kill the people? Sir, for money? I'm not saying you kill them for money.
Sir, who sent the people to remove the cameras from the toll gate? And why did the light at the toll gate go off?
I don't know. I don't run toll gate.
Sir, we know how much. Sir, we know how much you make daily. There. You said what? Are you talking to me, sir?
No, I'm talking to another person on another phone.
Okay, sir. Sir, this is not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. You're killing the youth. It's not supposed to be so. You people are old. You people should leave us alone. We are the future of tomorrow. We are the future of this country. You people should stop killing us, sir. Please.
I don't want some of you to believe a lie.
Alaji,
Okay, now you can see. You can see that Nigerians are becoming. I don't know the kind of boldness that these boys have. You know that they are making this kind of call and recording it. You know, you can only imagine the number of millions of people that must have seen or listened to this audio recording. We know that was Tinubu. It's obvious, okay? And you can see the jit in his voice. They are also scared now. So I think we are winning, you know, but for the fact that they are killing people.
We cannot expect to be free without violence happening. Even the Bible said the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and only the violent can take it by force. Another part say you cannot come into a strong man house and want to take over the house from him without engaging that strong man in a fight. So what we are doing now is we are engaging them in a fight. And if we think violence will not happen, if we think they will not burn property, if we think they will not burn down people, even people that don't have anything to do with government. See, òjò tó ń rọ̀ tí ò tí ì dá ni, Ọlọ́run ló mọ èèyàn tó máa pa. The rain that is falling and it hasn't stopped, only God knows the number of people that will get wet in it. We will just pray for God's protection upon us and our family, and that God should liberate our country. People are bold now to confront them because people have been patient with them for a long time. People have suffered so much. If you visit Nigeria, you will know people are suffering. People will be smiling to you, but you can just see that smile behind it is not there. I watched the interview of a guy yesterday. He said, what is the point he's living for? I saw a video of a guy today that went to Tinubu what's it called? The governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, his family house in Surulere to protest. It was a solo protest. This guy said he was at the Lekkitollgate yesterday when people were killed. What if he has been killed too? He went there to make a solo protest. So that is to tell you that our people are very bold now. People, before people are getting scared of them. Now people will not send them again. People will not send them again. Because we have to take our future into, we have to our future, our destiny in our hands. Nobody, people have now realized that nobody will help them. Government will not help them. Nobody can help them if they don't help themselves. That is why we have seen this uprising. This uprising will continue until the ruling class will make a decisive step to be that it is glaring to people, people will see that they are truly going to change, or people will change them by force.
So before we start this broadcast, I was on Twitter and I saw two things. So many things, but two things caught my attention. One was that I noticed that RIP OK was trending number one in Nigeria. So I was wondering, what is RIP number one? RIP OK. So I clicked on it now to do a little bit of research, and I found out that this guy tweeted exactly 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago, I will not die, Nigeria will not kill me, or something like that. But I think 3 hours after he had tweeted that, he didn't even go for a protest. He was in his house, and I think bullet of some of these maybe soldier, maybe police, I don't know, came and killed him in his house, in his compound. It's currently trending on Twitter, Nigeria, if you check. Okay, RIP, okay. All right. So these are people who did not even go for the physical protest. They didn't even go to the street. I have a short video here where some guys are saying the people that have died, the people that they are killing, they are also human like us. I think the man is saying we want to go out and protest. You know, they had the Nigerian flag with them. And one woman, you know, women, was saying, I beg now, Emma Law, don't go. And the man was saying, the people that are dying, are they not somebody's parents, children? Or are they not somebody's family? But at the same time, I know that we are angry, and I want us to sustain that anger. Because I'm looking at, can we devise another means of fighting? Like, for instance, this calling that this guy is doing. Like, for instance, going to their residences abroad and protest there and embarrass them, because we know that they don't have the kind of they don't have access to armed robber. I mean, I said armed robber, armed police officers, the way they do in Nigeria. Because if you protest them, they might shoot you in Nigeria. But when you protest like that in abroad, maybe in the US or UK or in any of the developing countries or developed countries, the police there will not just shoot at you for protesting, especially when it's a Nigerian politician. They are protesting, just like people are protesting against Tinubu wherever he is, maybe in France, I guess. That's one of the things I saw. Number two is that I saw people tweeting, please stop tweeting bye-bye. So people are tweeting bye-bye, which means they are committing suicide. Yeah. People are tired. See, when I was growing up in Nigeria, it is rare. I didn't even know what suicide was. It is rare for you to hear somebody commit suicide. I've forgotten the year now, when that Abdul Muttalab, that they say he wants to blow up himself on an American airplane. I said that cannot be a Nigerian. I'm telling you, when I heard it, I said a lie. It cannot be a Nigerian. Maybe it's a Sudanese or something. Because I think, like, I was thinking that Nigerians value life. That we will not just kill ourselves now. Even no matter how things work, you go see people are still hustling on the street of Lagos. They are believing that says things go better. They will be praying and hustling and struggling and working and trying to do whatever it is that they can do to stay alive. But that's gotten to the worst, where Nigerians are now willingly, easily, committing suicide. So and being a social worker, I think we should also pay attention to the mental health of people, because these are things that we don't pay attention to in Nigeria. So you see that there's something that there's so much tension, just like you said, that boys are not smiling. And the reason boys are not smiling is because things are not good. Things are not okay in that country.
People that are committing suicide, especially now that the good days, there's hope for a good day. Committing suicide is cowardice.
Don't say that, please. Don't say that. Don't say
It
that.
is my
No,
opinion.
no, 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 no. No, don't
Okay,
say it.
okay. I will tell you why it is.
It is not. It is not. See, as a social worker, all right, I know that mental health is something that we do not know about in Africa. We
Okay.
don't know it. So until I began to study, I too did not have the understanding. Maybe a few years ago, I may also say people that commit suicide are cowards. Or when you talk about depression, that people suffer depression and all of that. But in this lockdown, I have actually understand it because I have also, had to experience some of what it means myself. So
Uh,
let's not criticize what we don't know.
okay.
Okay. So
I
suicide is not cowardice at all, at all.
Okay, I agree with you. It is not cowardice, but instead of people to choose to commit suicide, they can make their voice more audible even after they are dead by having a solo protest. Instead of killing themselves in the corner of their room,
Yeah, that is still suicide.
yeah, they can just come outside, vent their anger, probably go to an embassy or go to a government office or parastatus and do it there.
No.
It will be more audible, it will carry more effective message than doing it at the corner of their room. I agree. I don't know anything
Well,
about that area, but they can make it more effective and bring
yeah,
change to their world even after they have left by doing it in the right way.
there is no way that is right. There is no way that is right. People that are contemplating suicide are people that are sick, people
Mhm.
that need help. All right. So what we need to do is to look for professionals who might be able to help them or counsel them to go see professionals. It's not the time. In fact, such people cannot even protest because people who goes to protest should be people who knows what they are fighting for. They should be people who know what they are asking for. But the truth is that the situation in Nigeria can be depressing. With all this that people are protesting and you think, okay, we are demanding for our rights. We are demanding to make the police good. We are demanding to better pay for police. Yet it is still the same police that the oppressor will give gun to go and kill the people that are fighting for them. We seen video yesterday. I'm saying it again. We said it. We emphasized it here yesterday that we saw police trucks. So all the allegation of it is becoming that the protest is becoming violent is the government operatives and police agents that are actually sponsoring those talks.
Mhm.
So the reason why they are sponsoring those talks is because of what they have just done, so that they can declare curfew because they need violence. Violence will serve like a valid reason to be able to say, okay, everybody stay at home. And so if you don't stay at home, we can kill you and say it's because you are violent or because you did not obey the law. But they themselves don't obey the law.
But for how long will they keep the curfew? If they keep the curfew for 1 month, when they lift the curfew, people will resume protest.
I'd love to see that.
The generation of the people they are dealing with, they don't understand. If they understand the generation of us they are dealing with, I think they will retrace their steps by voluntarily going on exile and nobody knows their whereabouts, just vacating Nigeria with their family and just go to somewhere unknown. If they understand quickly the generation of the people they are dealing with, this generation have had it up till here. These are the generation that watch their parents wallowing in poverty. These are generations that are born, that grew up eating in the morning and not knowing when next they are going to eat
True.
for the rest of the day. These are people. There was a video on social media. People, one of the guys that were protesting on this, he said they have not eaten for 3 days. These are the people you want to get scared. You want them to get scared that they are going to get killed. They are going to get killed. They are deceiving themselves. The generation they are dealing with, these are generation of Nigerians that have suffered growing up, that have seen their parents saying it go better, and their parents have grown old and it no better, and their parents are about to die in poverty and it no better. And these are generation that are growing up also in their 20s, and they have been telling them to go better from when they were born, and now they are in their 20s and it never better. And you think this generation will give up easily? If anybody is deceiving them, they better not deceive themselves. They will better not deceive themselves, because this generation also, we are privy to technology, to information. And another thing is this COVID-19. Now, a lot of people don't know how advanced other countries were. When you are telling them, they just think you are blabbing. Until COVID-19 come around, everybody stay at home. Everybody don't have another companion than be on the internet. Now they begin to see and hear how countries of the world are giving palliatives, giving money to their citizens. They also begin to see and hear how Nigerian government is writing check and
our minister of
welfare
also gave billions now.
Okay, and they heard that billions is going out, and they never felt the impact of that billions. These are the generation we are dealing with. These are the generation of people that want to use iPhone, that want to use Venza. These are not generation of ego better of their parents that will go and join Molue. So the elite, they are what they are up to, the generation they are up to. I wish they understand.
Have you heard that Governor Sanwo-Olu, denying that there was no? He said there was no fatality. I saw in the news in the morning that there was no fatality in the shootout of yesterday. That nobody died.
That is event. Is it event management or crisis management? Or that is crisis management from a governor for you. In 2014 or 15, the Nigerian Army attacked the Shiite in Kaduna, Zaria, Kaduna, and hundreds of them were killed. When they were confronted with this, they make a press release and say that only 8 people died. And when the government of Kaduna set off a panel of inquiry into that incident, they discovered hundreds of them died. Hundreds of them were killed by Nigerian Army. So government and people in power in Nigeria, they have a way of managing crisis to barest minimal, to make it look like it doesn't happen. But come to think of it, the governor said people didn't die. Should people die in a sane world because they are protesting, because they are a peaceful protester? The protests that have gained momentum globally has been peaceful. In the history of Nigeria, there has not been any protest as peaceful as the EndSARS protest 2020. When protesters are even showing kindness to the police that they are protesting against. the protests that have changed the narrative of every Nigerians. I want to tell in viewers tonight, if you have written about Nigerian, especially Nigerian youth, 10 things before the protest started, go and erase 8 of them and rewrite again. Because before now, people used to write off Nigerian youth, they are useless, they are this, they are that. But these protests have shown us that the future is indeed great.
You're talking about people like me who have called Nigerian youth lazy, lazy and cowards.
Not only you,
But
our friends that have visited Nigeria recently that write off Nigerians, they are useless, they don't keep to time, they are not honest, they are this, they are that. A lot of people think Nigerians are thieves, they are honest, they are not honest, they are fraudsters and all. But these protests have shown us the side of Nigerian youth and Nigerians that we are not privileged to know before now. Nigerians being kind to themselves, even without knowing each other from Adams. A lady on my list on Facebook shared a story of another woman they protested together with. They are just working, protest together. And they were, they were talking, gisting, and how they desired in Nigeria to be good and how they would like to see the Nigeria of their dream and all. And, it goes to a point that they want to go their separate ways. They want to take different bike, Okada, to separate. They never share contact. They never know from Adam. In this older woman, just look at the girl. And maybe she will need it. She just folded 1,000 naira and just fold in her and say, my sister, just have this. Have a nice trip home. She said she felt like crying that this is happening in Nigeria. This is in Nigeria we are felt we are all animals. Some other guys have called us zoo, that we are a zoo. So this is the protest that have shown us a good side of Nigerians. Should it be the protest of killing people or injuring anyone? Not to talk of the government coming to say that nobody died. When they have lying in state, somebody sent something to me. I don't know if I can still see that. When there was lying in state of dead bodies, and the governor, so they are just trying to manage the situation. This is what they do. They just trying to manage the situation and just trying to make the whole scenario look good. Why should people be attacked in the first place? Why shouldn't the government provide security for protesters? They have designated area that is available for people to protest. Why are government not making those places available for protesters? Why are government not making, as protesters are making effort for the protest to be peaceful, why are government not doing the same thing? And why is the governor of Lagos coming out to lie in broad daylight that protesters didn't die, even when there are corpses everywhere? People got shot at.
Let us listen to him.
Circulation on social media. As we pray for the swift recovery of the injured, we are comforted that we have not recorded any fatality as against the widespread circulation on social media.
So you can hear he said against the widespread as we have been, people like us are spreading it on social media that that people died. He's saying that nobody died. That's what somebody was saying, and he did some photo shoots on Twitter in the morning, also visiting people who suffered different gun wounds, you know. But unfortunately, how can we ever trust our politicians again?
Of course, we cannot trust them. People, because we didn't trust them, that is why the protest is still on even till today. Because they have said, okay, your 5 points, we will take it, we will act on it, but people don't trust them. Now he's coming to commit the same sin. Lying in body light that people didn't die. Why should that be? How will the army confront peaceful protesters face to face and fire a live rounds into them, and you think people will not die? If they don't die and they sustain injury, their leg got amputated, their arms got amputated, what is the essence of living? Especially in Nigeria when you are disabled. Begging arms? Or what is the provision for physically challenged people? So the governor is just lying. He's just trying to manage the situation and make the whole thing look like it is okay.
That it has been reported that SARS has been banned 4 times in the last 4 or 5 years, right? So the government or the police will come on news, or somebody, maybe Lai Mohammed, or or Garba Shehu will come on Twitter to say the federal government, the Clinical police, they've announced the ban of SARS. Yet they remain on the street. Even when Buhari, or maybe Adamu, or whatever is that guy's name, when he has announced that they ban, people were still saying they were still seeing SARS people on the streets.
There's a video of them today. They're on the street. SARS.
So how do they expect us, or expect the people to believe them? I think something is wrong somewhere. Anyway, moving away from that, I saw some things again online today on Twitter, where the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Army used to be a profession that people love. In fact, Nigerians worship the soldiers. And all around the world, armies are, they are seen as a noble profession. In the US, they worship the men of the armed forces. But in Nigeria, our own Nigeria Army is becoming political. And I agree also that every human being is political, according to Aristotle. But this one is getting out of hand. Remember the one you just mentioned now, the time when they killed Shiites. They said, okay, it's just one person that they blocked their Oga on the road. And so they were trying to clear it, and maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people died. Only later, one hospital in Kaduna or Kano announced that they had about 30-something dead bodies dumped in their hospital. That's just one hospital. And this same army said na lie. Now earlier today, as I went on Twitter, I saw them stamping every news, including local and most local news. Only bloggers, put it on their website that there was a Nigerian Army shooting at protesters in Lekki. But most of the websites that had it posted or share it on their website, Nigerian Army, what they did is to screenshot the website, and then they stamp fake news on it. So why should we believe them again? I mean, Nigerian Army used to be a noble profession. How is it that Nigerian politicians, they've condemned all the institutions in Nigeria, such that we can't even know which one to trust? Nigerian aviation is a mess. Recently, this COVID-19 that they are trying to open the airport for people to be able to come in. We saw news of people being double charged. They are taking 50-something thousand naira from them. People that are coming, Nigerians that are coming in, or even including foreigners that are coming into Nigeria, they are taking money from them and saying they should go and do COVID test somewhere in an address that does not exist. Some of them have to pay twice. Now, this is the Nigerian Army. It's painful that we are seeing all these things happening, unfold in our eyes. I think they still do not understand the fact that Nigerians have smartphone now. They do not understand that. You know, somebody tweeted, I think somebody did not something Jubilee. He said in the past, Nigerian army can go there, go somewhere and clear people, and they will come and deny that it never happened. So it will be you, and the Nigerian maybe NTA or channels. That is where you hear it. It is whatever those people tell you that you believe, right? But nowadays, everybody is working with a camera in their pocket. So before they see you do anything, yeah, they already bring out their smartphone. Some people are even doing it live direct. So even if you kill that person, that's the small part of it that is already gone live. People have seen it. You can be showing something now, people before you know it, people they screenshot it immediately because you can come and delete it. And now, in the same society, that same society, till date, we have not heard from President Buhari. I mean, how worst, how low? And somebody said, how low can we go as a nation? How low can we descend? That we have a president in Nigeria that they've said that their Nigerian army has shot people. You know, UN Human Rights Commission has put out a tweet. Hillary Clinton put out a tweet. Several major influencers around the world are already talking about it. There have been many hundreds of petitions, yet our own president has not said anything. Today, I took hours going through all their official Twitter page, official verified Twitter page. Nothing. To say maybe so that I don't come on air to say something that is not verified. Earlier, it got to me such that I even wrote on my Twitter page saying that I think it is high time we begin to assume or believe that Buhari is either brain dead or he is too sick to lead the country. Maybe some people are covering it up. Maybe Buhari is actually incapacitated. Because if he is not,
he's not.
Obasanjo is not a great person. Obasanjo is not a great person. But I'm telling you, Obasanjo would have come outside and talk several.
He talked already. Yeah, he made a video already, Obasanjo.
Yeah, I'm saying because I mean he's also a military guy, Abi. Obasanjo would have come to say something.
Buhari is not dead. He's not brain dead. He's still very much. He's just having some no de fura in Aso Rock. He's just trying to enjoy his retirement, and he's he's just wondering why people like you are just disturbing him. I will not just let him enjoy his retirement. Buhari is there. He's in Aso Rock. He's hale and healthy. He's enjoying life to the fullness. He's having a nice rich watch that was thousands of dollars. His shoes is worth hundreds of thousands of naira, and his agbada or babariga is the latest. He never wore one twice. He's enjoying life to the fullness. He's hale and healthy. He's just a breathing mannequin. He's just there to enjoy himself and don't care what we have to say. He's just a guy that just want to enjoy the old foolish guy, the rich foolish guy in the Bible say, I just want to enjoy myself, and he say he just want to enjoy himself and make merry until death will come. That's just the case of Buhari. He just want to enjoy himself.
I hope that death comes soon. And sincerely, honestly, I'm not wishing him death, but I think I'm wishing him death now. And I want to see Nigerians dance on the street of Lagos. On the street
of course, we are going to throw him like that party.
People will throw party. And it's a shame. It's a shame to
opinion share. We are going to throw party also. We are going to dance, eat, and drink.
Honestly.
What happened is Buhari is not dead. Buhari is not brain dead. He's active. He just don't care about whatever anybody just want to say. He's just still drunk about being a military guy. He just doesn't, he will not step down. He will be there and enjoy his life. Because he just think having power is his right.
You know,
and it's not accountable to any one of us.
When somebody sent me that video where some guys were calling Tinubu, you know what I said? I said, there is no peace for the wicked. And so we should not let them have peace. If it's, this guy, this semi-madman. Oh, okay, it wasn't him. It was it's Fanika Ode that I'm referring to as semi-madman. But it's actually this guy that I want to quote. This Shehu Sani. He said, you block their life, they block your road. It's simple. They blocked our life all this while. They've been sitting on our neck. And this is what they've been doing to our parents for many years, for decades. People like Buhari has never done any business in his life. So everything that Buhari has owned, that he owns, he has earned it from us. They've never done anything to suffer in their life. Maybe after they joined the army. Maybe before they joined the army, they may have suffered a little bit. But ever since they got into power, it has been feeding on us. It's just
the guy we are dealing with.
It's fortunate. I mean, you say what?
The guy we are dealing with is a very stubborn guy, and my joy is that the youth are more determined than any other person. So because the guy we are up to, Buhari, is a very stubborn guy, is the attitude he had shown recently, right? Because this year has been very effective. Yeah, he's stupid. Now, the attitude he has shown from the beginning of this year, because this year has been very eventful. We have COVID, we had lockdown, and now we have protest and crisis coming up. The attitude he had shown is that he's not accountable even to Nigerians that put him in power. This kind of I don't care attitude, the kind of above all attitude, the kind of attitude, that is what he's putting up. It's not that he's dead or something. No, maybe he has even made the record and they are editing it as we are speaking. We should just stay tuned. They will soon broadcast it.
Okay.
When he's just trying to perfect the reading of the article they wrote for him.
When you and I can be live, make live video like this, our own president would have to sit down and then they edit his own video before he can talk to people.
This is what foolish people that brought him to power in 2019, that brought him for second time, this is the damage they have done to us. We can blame, they said, if you deceive me once, I blame you. But if you deceive me twice, I blame myself.
True.
So we can blame Buhari in the first regime, in the first term. That is, this is that. We can blame him. But in the second term, we can blame those guys that brought him to power, those that are campaigning to him, those political jobbers, even though they claim to have values, those valueless life Nigerians. We can blame them. Because this is a guy that have shown to us in the first 2 years of being in power, he has shown to us that he has nothing to offer. There was killings in the Middle Belt, Nigeria. He had refused to act on it. There was ethnic cleansing in Jos, in Benue, and he has done nothing about them. And the people killing Nigerians, The people killing others are people from his tribe. And he has done nothing about it. And we have example of Obasanjo, that in 1999 and 2000, the OPC wants to start behaving in a gangsterism manner in Lagos State, and he had them shot, killed on the street of Lagos to bring them to order. And at the same time, we have another president that his own tribe are constituting nuisance, killing people, constitute banditry, and participating in ethnic cleansing so as to occupy people's land unlawfully. And he cannot do anything about it in his first 2 years as president. And
he
this
cannot,
guy
or he doesn't want to.
He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. And this guy spent 4 years. And some people in their widest imagination think, oh, this guy didn't do anything because he's scared of political godfathers. He just want to win the election for second time. When you win the election for second time, you will see we act. How would somebody think like that?
Yeah, because see, like you said sometimes ago, that most of the campaign that we saw from Buhari, coming from Buhari's team, these are things that people said on his behalf. He never said most of those things by himself.
That was 2014, 2015.
Even in 2018. I say even today, Tosin, there was a group that there are Nigerians all over the world. There are Nigerians who are in the UK, US, UAE, and there are those who are in Nigeria. All of them are mostly professionals. One guy posted something today saying it's not about being a Buharist, that because government have met their needs and then they did not leave the street and all of those things. You know what I said to him? I said, something is wrong with you and the people that are thinking like you. And I'm ashamed of people that are like you. I said, I am the murderer because we are the one who engaged them to go and protest. I said, who are these people for Christ's sake? And such people exist in every tribe in Nigeria.
Do you know, as we speak, people are
talking about today
justifying, people are saying, no, some guys are saying to protest is not Islamic. Some people are saying it now because the guy in power is a Muslim and they are supporting him. They are saying that even what Aisha Yusuf did is wrong, that to protest is not Islamic. I asked them, I say, what is jihad? If to protest is not Islamic, then what is jihad is? And what did Buhari did in 2012? Is that not protest? Save Nigerian group.
He wasn't a Muslim then. Let me read something. Let me read something, some timeline that somebody wrote beautifully on Twitter earlier today. He said at 15 minutes past 12 a.m. yesterday, Tinubu addressed the nation via his Twitter handle, all right, and implied that government will be justified to use force. At 11:49 a.m., Sanwo-Olu declares curfew effective 4 p.m. At 3:34 p.m., reports of people allegedly disabling camera at Lekkitollgate. All right. So even before the governor gave the declaration that going to be curfew, they already gave instruction to go and remove the CCTV. So at 8 minutes past 4 p.m., protesters at toll gate peacefully singing while waving the Nigerian flag. Then at 6 p.m., Buhari Defense Minister, Chief of Defense Staff, they were in a closed door meeting in Abuja. Okay, now at 6:47 p.m., reports of military men attacking protesters at Lekkitollgate. At 7:08 p.m., Lagos State Governor extends curfew, go live to 9 p.m. So instead of 4 p.m. that he had initially said, he went back on air and said it is still 9 p.m. Meanwhile, they had already gone to shoot people then. Now, at 8:45 p.m., rescue ambulances, this is the most painful part. Rescue ambulances for the injured were blocked from reaching the victims. This make it painful for me, because I saw the video yesterday of those ambulances, but the military guys, they don't allow them to reach the victims. So now at another time, okay, this was twice that this happened, that they blocked the ambulance vehicles. Then at 3:47 a.m., 3:43 a.m., maybe when we were online here yesterday, Sanwo-Olu issued statement saying Lekki Massacre was due to forces beyond his control. Now, I want you to comment on that, but it remains just one point before I go. So, at 10:22 a.m., Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu addressed Lagosians and denies the death of protesters, despite controversial video evidence from different sources. Even Amnesty International said at least 12 people died all around Lagos that yesterday. Yet, Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu said there was no casualties, or no fatalities, rather. So, what do you think about this point, especially the part where Sanwo-Olu said it was forces beyond his control? He said this on Twitter.
Like I said earlier in the show, that the generation they are in combat with, that's our generation, they are a generation that they have a lot of good things in stock for them. We are a generation that, in their generation, there's no punishment for bad behavior, and there's no reward for good behavior. But in our own generation, we have shown recently, especially in the last 2 weeks, that there is reward for good behaviors and there is punishment for bad behavior, and that our generation is different 100% to the generation of our fathers. As we speak to you, there is a petition in the International Criminal Court that requires only 150 people. I want them to make it 1.5 million people, because we are going to get more than 5 million people to sign that petition. The petition required only 150 million, and more than 90,000 people had signed that petition within few hours of making that petition to prosecute, especially the president, Muhammadu Buhari. And before going international criminal court, lawyers in Nigeria and lawyers in Africa are cooking something for them as we speak. So all evidences will be gathered against them. Powers beyond his control, he will have to explain that further when they get there. Because if you are the chief security officer of the state, we agree that he doesn't have the final say on the security situation of his state, but things cannot be carried out behind him. So, and with this statement, he has shown that he gave his consent to what happened, that it was due to forces that was beyond his control. So he will explain that further. He will explain that statement further. And people are cooking a lot of nice things for them. And it will be my job, as I've expressed myself in the 2014, 2015 election that it will be my joy to see every goat eating yam, every corrupt politician in Jonathan administration to go to jail. But the Buhari administration came to power and become friend with Jonathan and make sure that all of them didn't go to jail, all those that steal our money. It will not happen this time around. This time around, they are toiling with the youth that are capable of sending them, even in their old age, to prison. Gbagbo is in his 90s. That's the former president of Ivory Coast, of Cote d'Ivoire. He's in his 90s. He faced the International Criminal Court with his wife. So I'm sure that after Buhari's time in office, after Sanwo-Olu's time in office, that is if they will complete their time in office, they will face from locally to International Criminal Court and explain themselves, because there's no justification to killings of protesters. There's no justification to killings of citizens. There's no justification of inviting the army. Even inviting army to the city, by all means in our constitution, is illegal. Inviting army to the city when it is not a time of crisis, when it is the only place that armies are justifiable to be seen is in the northeast. Not kind of Operation Crocodile Smile or Crocodile Cry anywhere in the country. It is illegal. So both the army chief, both Buhari and the governor.
It was on what do you call this news? Cable news this evening that the IGP is withdrawing all policemen attached to VIPs in Nigeria. I say, are they planning something else again?
It's better. They should keep them vulnerable for us.
Well, see, the truth is that I think the people that are in this government, they are intelligently bankrupt or intellectually bankrupt, such that they do not understand the current generation. They don't know how to engage with them. And to be sincere, that's why sometimes I am angry at us for ever bringing people like Buhari to power in Nigeria, especially because we have majority of people who are young people. So there is generational gap, like 3-4 generations that exists between us and Buhari. People like me people are even saying I am old now, because what the mentality of the guys who are 20s or in their 20s is far different from mine. Some of the things that are wrong in my eyes is not wrong to them. So how much more Buhari? But unfortunately, people will continue to defend and say that's not a big deal. But the truth is that, see, there should be a relationship between the led and the leader. But that kind of relationship has never existed between Nigeria and this Buhari from his first term. Unfortunately, people in his government, people that are speaking for him, as always, like Uncle Adesina, who has lost any small respect that I would have, that I probably had.
You are still calling him uncle now. Just call him Adesina and let's go.
No, if I call him Adesina, I'm still respecting him.
Yeah,
my disrespect, I am calling him uncle so that bastard. He knows that I disrespect him. My calling him uncle is a disrespect.
Oh.
Okay? So now for him,
you are truly old. If you're calling somebody uncle is disrespect. In our generation, calling uncle is calling somebody disrespect is calling somebody bastard. Oh,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Honestly, I think he's a bastard. Down to he didn't do well at all. All right. So now he see people like him saying that the Buhari does not need to come and speak to Nigerians. That he doesn't necessarily need to speak to Nigerians. Do these people do they understand what leadership is in 21st century? I just don't get it. Honestly, I don't get it. Anyway, let me ask you a question regarding when this protest was going on and the government was saying, okay, we are making effort, like Sanwo-Olu, for instance, in Lagos, already set up a panel and all of that. Do you think maybe the protesters would have, accepted their win at that time and go up the street? Because that's the defense of some people now. Are you there? Okay, I think Tosin already has a challenge with his network there. So anyway, the point that I was making is that if I was saying that people say, okay, maybe Buhari should have the protesters should have actually accepted what Nigeria government was offering them, and not go on the protest, and not continue the protest. Rather, you actually destabilize me there. Anyway, I was asking you that, do you think Nigerians maybe would have stopped the protest when government say, okay, they have heard us, and they announced that they are disbanding SARS? No audio, no audio.
We cannot. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We cannot listen to them because there has been a mistrust event, a lot of mistrust event between us and the ruling class. People cannot okay. They said they have that the 5 points that the youth require from them, they will act on that 5 points. And it's been 2 weeks now since the protest started, and out of these 5 points, there's no 1 point that have been acted on. And you want people to go back to their homes.
But they announced the ban of SARS now.
And naming it SWAT immediately. And how does that translate to acting or doing something positive? The people, they have failed the people on many occasions that they cannot easily get the trust of the people. And until this generation of protesters will see result immediately, not and we will do. There are some of the things protesters are asking from is something that they can do immediately. Now, even the House of Assembly is urging the president to act and to use the executive order so that the effect can be faster. Now, the National Assembly don't need to start advising, just like they are begging the presidency, they are begging or they are pleading. And this is not a plea bargain.
Because he's an old man now. He's an old man, so we need to beg him to do his work.
Okay.
We are in trouble.
People cannot go back home simply because they say they will do, and we trust them that they will do it. This is not the first time they say they will do it, and they are not doing it.
Let me play the devil's advocate here. Let's assume that I am on the side of the government and you are on the side of the youths.
Okay.
And I'm saying, what is it that the government can do to, restore the trust or to gain the youth's trust again, so that they believe what the government is saying is true? What can the government do in the next few days?
what the government can do is, first thing is, the government should understand the outcry of the youth.
Are you saying they don't
Now,
understand?
they don't understand. Now, I tell you why I'm saying they don't understand. Now, till now, probably they think the youth is advocating for hand sacks, fixing, and police brutality. No, no, that is not what the youth are asking for. The youth are asking for a country that is suitable for them to live in and prosper. The youth are saying, fix the country.
That is like being ambiguous. I mean, it's like too big now. Break it down.
What is too big in asking that what the country that is working for the elite must work for the common man? Okay, if you don't want me to widen it to fixing the country, let us remain on the police brutality and handing sacks. Now, you can ask me, if I were the president, what will I do to gain the trust of these guys and make them go back? In every relationship, there should be communication. And when the communication gap is there and communication is not fluent, there will be a problem. Like what we are having now is communication problem. In the first 2 days of this protest, the people the protester want to speak with is the governor and the IG. As the protest begin to count days, protesters change their demand. Okay, now we are not even speaking with the governor again and the IG. We want to speak with the president. When the people want to speak with IG and the governor, they didn't make themselves available. When they make themselves available, the people say, okay, we are not even speaking to you. We don't even want to hear from you. We want to hear from the president. Till now, the president is not saying anything. And the report now, what the protesters are saying now is that we don't even want to hear from the president again. That even if he come now to say anything now, we are not even listening to him because of communication problem. So, if I were the president, I will not make that communication gap to be this much. And even with that, it can still fix things. One of the list of the protester is that they should increase their salary of every policeman. What about the president just coming on a live show, on a live broadcast, and say, what is the date today? The problem is they are not effective. They are dump their brain empty. The president can just come live and just say, from the end of this month, we have less than 10 days now for this month to end. From the end of this month, every policeman, the protesters are asking for 100,000. Think thereabout. From the end of this month, the minimum wages for every police guy is 80,000 or 50,000. From end of this month.
Let me read what I'm just seeing on Twitter.
Okay.
This guy, Gimba Kakanda, I think he's a journalist. Okay, he said, sorry, Jimba Kakanda. He said, sorry, I took a nap. Has the president addressed the nation yet? What did he say? Now, there's another one here. I hope this is true. He said, Flash. They are rounding up and arresting all the soldiers involved in the Lekki protest as incidents, all at Bonny Camp, happening now.
Okay.
So that they are arresting them, but I think you know,
that is not good news.
Are they telling us? Are they telling us now that? I mean, what do they want us to do with that? That you are arresting them?
That is
Did
why I
you
say
not
that
send
is
them in
not
the
good
first place?
news.
Are you saying that these guys are acting on their own order?
That is why I say it's not good news.
Are we foolish?
And if I thought they will prosecute those guys, this must be an open prosecution. The guys should talk also. Who give them order?
You know, I don't know whether you saw the video. There was one guy that wore hoodie that covered his face and put one big black glass on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was advising that the young military guys that they will deploy them to go and clamp down on protesters. That they should please don't shoot. You know that earlier today that Nigerian Army actually put his picture on
They located
their,
him. Yeah.
saying they deleted it.
No, they located him, as in they located the guy.
Yeah, they said they located him, that they are arresting him for cyber crime. I said, which one is cyber crime in that? And since when did the Nigerian Army's job include cyber policing? Is that not what we have EFCC to do? Some things are just not making sense to me. These people are taking us for a fool, honestly.
They have begun to see that we are not one.
The unfortunate thing is that they probably did not know that we are wiser than the generation of our parents. It is sad, it is embarrassing that this kind of thing is happening in Nigeria. We are far wiser. You know? I'm still waiting. I'm thinking maybe I will see something that President Buhari has said. Nothing. I think Professor Mogalu was on BBC. Do you want to hear what he said? Anyway, thank you, viewers, for joining us tonight. We are discussing. We are trying. Yesterday we were out. We were angry. You know, super angry. And if you watch that broadcast, you will see that it was full of fire, because we were very, very mad and angry. We were not coordinated. We were not smiling at all that yesterday, because what happened. Even now I am still shocked. You know, and because I'm not currently with my wife, I've not even been able to speak to my wife since that yesterday. I just texted her earlier this night. I said, Essie, how are you? She said she's fine. I said, well, me, I'm not fine. She said, what happened? I said, this issue that's happening in Nigeria. I said, same thing with her. So we are all just, you know, it's unexpected. And, you know, as we close now, because I'm thinking we should just round it up now, unless if we have somebody who wants to contribute, please, if you have a question or you want to lend your voice, let me know. Let me know through the comment box. We can find a way to, you know, for you to call in, and then you say whatever you want to say. It's opinion sharer, so your opinion is welcome on this platform. Your opinion is very, 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 very welcome. So, is your network having challenge again? Now, what did they do your network, Steph? Huh? Tosin, are you there? Okay, it's not there. Okay, I'm going to share. There's what Dr.
Mr. Magalu, thank you very much.
Professor Mogalu. I'm going to share what he said.
Tweets from the army. First of all, your reaction to this shooting, and then also the reaction from the government and the army.
Well, I think it's a very...
Mr. Magalu, thank you very much for joining us. We were just showing our viewers some of those tweets from the army. First of all, your reaction to this shooting, and then also the reaction from the government and the army.
Well, I think it's a very sad day and a very sad time in Nigeria that unarmed peaceful protesters should be shot in cold blood because they're protesting, ironically, against police brutality. So I think it's a very, very distressing development, and I call for accountability, and I call for calm in the country. Concerning the reaction of the president, I believe the president should address the nation and calm things down and strive very hard over and above to meet the demands of the protesters.
So you say this is where we are now, but what needs to now happen, to meet the demands of these protesters and their calls to bring an end to SARS?
The problem is that oftentimes in Nigeria, when things happen and there are protests, the government just tries to, make some tokenistic gestures. But I don't think that will work this time. The young people are really very determined, and my advice to the government is to avoid tokenism and actually act in a way that addresses their fundamental demands. And those are demands for good governance. They are not unrealistic demands. And I think this time around, there's just no getting away from the need to confront the various contradictions of the Nigerian state.
And frankly, Nigeria itself cannot afford this kind of instability, given its economy is at stake, and it's also the breadbasket of the continent.
Well, yes. I mean, there are 200 million people with a GDP of about $400 billion. It's the largest economy in the continent, but also a country with a very high rate of poverty, extreme poverty. And so there's a very huge wealth gap. One of the reasons young people are very frustrated is because there's a lot of unemployment. There's over 50% youth unemployment in Nigeria. And that's just a terrible thing.
Okay, guys, that's Professor Mogalu. That's Professor Mogalu there. That was his interview granted to BBC. Tosin, somebody is asking a question here.
Yeah.
Somebody say, please, where is our president? I think people are saying he's traveling. Is it true? Bro, your president, no? Well, I don't know. I'm not his spokesperson. I won't be able to say. But I think I saw it earlier. Somebody said he went to the US, but I don't think that is true. There's no official news. I checked his profile. I checked his Twitter handle. Nothing. I checked the government of Nigeria. Nothing. I checked even Prof. Osinbajo. Nothing. Yesterday we were discussing on this platform that if Osinbajo did not make a statement or resign, that we will know that he doesn't care about Nigeria. Okay. So this guy said we should end Nigeria. He said, bro, you guys need to be wise. We don't have
a living president.
We don't have a living president. That President Buhari is dead, Abby. If you have a point, this is opinion sharers, okay, which means you can share your opinion, whatever it is that you want to share, okay, but just a little bit of proof, so that you don't just people don't look at you as though you don't know what you are saying. You understand? I'm not saying I'm not
look stupid on the show.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you because, but if you come on this show, I'm going to ask you questions that probably will make you look somehow, because if you cannot produce proof, and I'm not going to be taking through Photoshop. I can sit down here on my laptop, even on my phone. I don't need to use laptop. I can do it on my phone and do some little Photoshop and put hearing in Buhari's ear. We've seen pictures today where people put a picture of Buhari and put blood on it. Put Tinubu's Agbada and put blood on it. The same thing with Sanwo-Olu and all these other politicians. So somebody can do that. Say it's photocopy presido. Oscar, he said Buhari is photocopy presido, and he said stop Fulani now. See, the truth is that I recently, and this is something that I discussed personally with Tosin, okay, and let's bring our, a little bit of our personal discussion on this show. I told him, I asked him, I say, bro, you know that people have been saying there is a Fulani agenda, there is a Fulani agenda. What if it is true that there is a Fulani agenda? Tosin, I want you to, if you don't mind, what you told me in one-on-one, I want you to say it. And if
Yeah.
you're not comfortable saying it, don't say it, okay?
It's okay. I think we have partially discussed it on the show before also, and I said it will not be wise for anyone to think there is nothing like a Fulani agenda. I think I say it is foolishness. Yeah, for anyone to think there's nothing like Fulani agenda. As soon as this administration come to power, we have seen Fulani herdsmen becoming violent in Middle Belt Nigeria, and Middle Belt Nigeria are very fertile, especially Benue, Taraba, and some part of Jos. They are very fertile. That when you plant grass there, within days they are matured already. So these Fulani herdsmen have been engaged in ethnic cleansing. Some weeks ago, the former deputy governor of CBN said this, and it has been invited by DSS, I think twice or three times, and also by the state security and the police. And before then, there's this colonel, what's the name? Well, there's one other colonel from Taraba that's made such allegation also, that say there's ethnic cleansing, and Danjuma or something, that say there's ethnic cleansing or something like that. So they are killing people, taking over their lands. They are killing people, taking over their land. They are paying bandits to cause chaos in some part of the Middle Belt. The guy they killed in Benue, what's the name of the guy? Ghana? Is that Ghana? He said he was talking about somebody paying him 350 million to cause chaos in Taraba State. So if we are sitting and saying there's nothing called Fulani agenda, we are deceiving ourselves. The president is a Fulani guy. The people causing chaos in the Middle Belt, they are Fulani guys, and he's not checking them. His body language shows that he's in support of them. Some time ago, they want to create Ruga, and it takes the outcry of people. People literally go crazy with them on social media. People went on rampage with them in order to stop that idea. Now, if you and I think, because till date, I still see some people, especially, we have mentioned them yesterday. I don't know if mentioning them today again is convenient with you. To me, it's 100% convenient. The DSA family, the political jobbers. Because till today, they are still posting in support of Ruga. If Ruga was a good idea, and it is not a Fulani colonizing other part of Nigeria, why are they not till now introduce Ruga in the northern part of Nigeria? They claim Ruga will transform the economy and make us look like Dubai in Nigeria. It is 2 years already. Until now, not in a single state of the north have they adopted the Ruga scheme. So Ruga is good? It wasn't. It's just their corny way to penetrate us. But thank God that people are awakening and said, no, don't go there. I feel keke. No. Don't go there. Don't try to go there. Go back.
Wait, Tosin. So if this agenda is all about Ruga or all about Fulani who are rearing cattle. It doesn't make sense then. It's too simple. It's too. I mean, I don't think that's a big deal to get some land where they can put the animals. Is that the agenda? Or maybe it had to do with something that that governor, that you know, the video I shared with you I think some days ago or weeks ago, where the governor was saying on TV, I think on channels, saying that all the Fulanis in Africa, they are their family, that they are welcome in Nigeria. You know, so when you look at that one, I felt very insulted. I felt insulted that day, you know, listening to a sitting governor saying all the Fulani
Which
people
governor is that, please?
I think I'm not sure, but I could. I think I sent it to you. The video is. I think I sent the. I can't really.
A governor that I can suggest is El-Rufai.
No, it's not El-Rufai. It was not El-Rufai.
If it is not El-Rufai also is a Fulani guy and is a Fulani apologist also, and he has had reason in the past on a live TV show to justify Fulani killing people and say if you kill one Fulani, Fulani will come back and kill 20 of you. So there is this Fulani agenda that people are just quick enough to wake up to, and thank God people are able to quench that before it mature. And if things will go as it is now, well, they are now aware that we are waking, so maybe they will not go in that direction.
I hope so. I'm trying to search for that video. Maybe I will be able to see it so that I can actually show it. I'm thinking it may be somewhere on my computer here, because somebody sent it to me. I was thinking that I even sent it to you. You know, I thought I sent it to you, but I did not know that I had not sent to you. He was saying that all the Fulanis in Africa, that they are family.
I've seen that before. Yeah, he's actually saying the truth. He's saying the truth. They have connection. They have connection.
Okay, now if Yoruba people now say all the Yoruba people around the world that they are Nigerians, that they are free to come and live in Nigeria. So the Yorubas that are in North America, the ones in other African countries like in what do you call it? These people they call Ajashe. What they call them? What's that?
In Cotonou.
In Cotonou. You know, I think there are some in Cote d'Ivoire also, and let it be like that with Hausas also, because there are Hausas. There are Hausas who are not Fulanis, who are in Ghana. You know, I've actually seen some of these Hausas who are the Hausa-speaking Ghanaians, and we now say everybody should come to Nigeria and come and be spending our money just because some people think that they have prerogative of power or authority or over others. That doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying that if there is a Fulani agenda, if we are going to be accusing them of that kind of something, because this is big, we have to also have proof. You know, I'm always talking about proof. All right. So we have to have, and I agree with the Ruga thing. Okay. But my own problem with that is, why is it that we are failing to step up? In India, nobody kills, not in all parts of India, but in some major states in India, nobody kills cow. Nobody eats cow. Me, I don't even fancy cow meat as I am. Because as you grow, as when you are 40 or 45, if you are still eating cow meat, you are going to die soon. This is what some people don't even know. That's the truth. So I'm not even, but I do not have anything wrong. I mean, I do not see anything wrong in them doing their business. But if it is your business, then you should provide your own place of doing your business. It is wrong for you to bring your own cow to come and eat in my farm. How does that make sense? And these are people, we've seen people carrying AK-47. People, they say they are rearing animals, and then they are carrying AK-47. And when there is small misunderstanding between the farmers and this. They already quickly they don't cut the head of the farmer. It doesn't. It's barbaric.
The problem with Nigerians is that a lot of people don't know history. A lot of people are just waking up to politics.
Yeah,
But
they teach us history, so how do they know it?
You said?
I said they didn't teach us history now, so how are we going to know it?
It is not only they teach us history. Things are happening around us. We can just pick a little and save it here. Now, a lot of people don't know about politics. A lot of people don't know about politics. They just come to social media to engage others and to vent out rubbish. A lot of people don't know event that has happened in the last 5 years, in the last 7, 10 years ago. They are just coming to life now. And because they have a smartphone that gave them access to social media, they can just say rubbish everywhere. A lot of people don't relate history with what we have on ground now. And this is one of the things we have problem with. A lot of people are stupid. And when you are stupid, you cause problem not only to yourself, but to others. Now, this is why I'm saying all this. Now, when Obasanjo became president of Nigeria, before Obasanjo became president of Nigeria in 95, 96 to 98, we usually import turkey from Cotonou, from Benin Republic, rice, turkey, and vegetable oil. These 3 items, we usually import them from Côte d'Ivoire, from Benin Republic. But when Obasanjo became the president, 1999, Obasanjo is a farmer. He empowered poultry farmers. And when he became president, he encouraged more people to have their own farm. And the poultry business now become growing in Nigeria. Everybody now want to be a poultry farmer. Now, that was 1999. To relate that now with 2015-16, when Buhari became president. Buhari, before he became president, he ran 3 times before he won the 4th one. Now, every time he's running, he usually declares asset that he has 150 cow. This is history, 1999, 95. Talking about now, this is history I'm bringing down now. Now, those who don't know all this, they will just come and be saying rubbish on social media. Now, Buhari became president 2015, and he has been in cow rearing business before becoming president. After he became president, he cannot empower that industry of giving loans to people. He cannot get Fulani headers, their kids that are knowledgeable, send them to overseas to go and learn how people rear cows now. There's sometimes ago I posted that if Buhari cannot transform the cattle rearer business, why are we stressing ourselves that he should transform Nigeria? Why are we stressing ourselves? He cannot do anything. If he cannot transform that trade, do you know Netherlands, they don't have any other thing that meat they sell to every part of the world. When there was problem in the Gulf, in GCC, and every one of them was fighting with Qatar, there was news, everybody can Google it also, there was news of flying cows. The Qatar government need to bring cows and fly them in aeroplane. This business can generate millions. A whole country, Netherlands, depends on cow rearing. The number of cow in a particular country in Africa, is in Namibia or thereabout, the number of cow in that country is more than the number of the citizens of that country. So if Buhari cannot arrange Earthmen kids to go and study how to transform that trade abroad. Have you seen cow from other part of the world, how well fed they are? Cow that they don't roam around the street, they stay at a point. They are well fed. They have more meat than our cows. If somebody cannot transform that trade, and we expect him to transform Nigeria, we are only dreamers. We are dreamers.
Yeah, we like to deceive ourselves in Nigeria now. I think we enjoy deceiving ourselves. I've gotten the video. I'm downloading it, so I'm going to play it. I think it's Bochi. The guy is Bochi.
So we are only deceiving ourselves. If Buhari cannot transform cattle rearing business in Nigeria, that the business that is capable of bringing more revenue than oil, we all sitting down and waiting. The cow rearing can bring more money than that. If Buhari cannot transform that business, the business he adventured to after retiring as a army general, if he cannot transform that business, why are we disturbing ourselves for him to transform the country? He cannot do anything.
Well, I don't know for you, Tosin. Me, I wasn't expecting Buhari to transform Nigeria. And this is something that you and I have discussed severally. I'm not. How can you expect Buhari to transform Nigeria? How will he do it?
In the first time, we were expecting that in 2015.
But immediately he got into office. Immediately he got into office, and we did not see action. I already knew that this guy is already failing. Because if you have contested for a position for 3 times, you now eventually got it the 3rd time, and you see did not, hit the ground running immediately. It then means that you do not have a plan. Buhari is just a power-drunk individual who holds to power. And this is also, and I'm not trying to be biased or prejudiced here. There are some people also from the north who believe that power belongs to us. Okay, so they just have that mentality. Okay, power belongs to us, so they just want to hold the power, even though they don't know what to do with the power. All right, and I think that's the same thing with people like Tinubu also, because you just have the power. So what do you do with it? Nothing.
Yeah, it's okay.
You just have the power, so you now become the one that is deciding who goes to there, or who goes to Abuja, or who goes to even up to local government chairman. You are the one deciding it. It is ridiculous. Doesn't make sense. Why should everybody should be dependent on you and be looking up, even if you are in your family, if you are in a family and you are the only one that is making decision for everybody, it means everybody is a fool, and then which means you are also a fool. It means you're also a fool. They say, Yoruba people say, one rich person in the family of poor people is also a poor man. So I think I don't expect anything from Nigeria. I mean, from Buhari actually, and I've been saying it as far back as 2016. I've been saying it as far back as 2016. We know that Jonathan fumbled. Okay. We know that he fumbled, but then there's nothing we can do about it. Calling me, we are going to close soon. I just want to play this video quickly, just so that it doesn't seem as if I'm saying what I did not know. Okay, let me just play it from here.
Because try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other, and that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the operations. This is bringing Fulanis together.
The issue of misconception, I said there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself, to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project, and it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really exacerbating the crisis and the problems.
Would there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are taking
that.
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics. Because, as I said, the Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so, if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you, and that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the
let's do with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be this plan going to be fenced and closure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony, and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand the reason. You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if
these forests are there anyway, if you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it's not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they're fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over Africa. And so, presumably, they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding. They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kids and kins in all the parts of the country, and even outside the country. So that's why our own population is fluid. You can certainly not say this is the population of Nigeria.
So these same issues were raised in NEC, and NEC admitted and accommodated all of these concerns and said, yes, we will do this.
All these issues, there were some. You see, when decisions are taken, you don't give a dissenting view. It is a decision that it should be done, and instead we'll look at its peculiarities and what it wishes. So for some of us, we think it's a very good thing. We can even say we will accommodate all the Fulanis in Bauchi if you want, and then we'll be taking their meat and their products to you, and then we'll make a lot of money.
Okay, 200 days.
Yes,
but I'm
no. Let's just transit a little small thing.
how will this plan help the Bauchi meat factory? Thank you very much. We have a Bauchi meat factory that has become common.
Okay, I just wanted people to see that I have seen it. Somebody said, "Thank God you guys are wise. Wake up now." We are not sleeping before. It's just that some of these people are ignorant. Okay, and unfortunately, they become leaders, kind of that, and that's the kind of leader that Buhari is too. All right. So, and I'm not disproving the fact that they might have an agenda, but executing such an agenda is something that's always going to be met with, a lot of opposition among Nigerians. Okay, they might be thinking about this. Look at the way he's talking, self. Look at this. They are not contrary to common sense that all the Fulani men in Africa, they are in Nigeria. I mean, they are Nigerians, that we can accommodate them. And then we are going to be using federal money, federal government money that's coming from Bayelsa, money that's coming from Delta. You are going to go and be using it to take care of one Fulani that is from. It doesn't make sense. Okay.
If the scheme was very good and commercialized the way he's saying it, why are they not having a cow colony in Bauchi State to date?
Abio, we have a lot of rich people from the north. Why don't they use their own personal money?
Make it and sell cow to us now.
Yeah, why don't they use their personal money? With Buhari if Buhari is a cow farmer, okay, and this is governor of Bauchi, he's a sitting governor, okay, and look at the way he's saying that kind of a thing on a TV that people are watching all over the world, and he doesn't care. And just because Yoruba people said they wanted Amotekun to just protect their own people, everybody is crazy and saying they want to divide Nigeria. I don't. But then, at the same time, I am still a skeptic when it comes to saying that these people want to hijack, that they can hijack. They may try, but trying is not the same thing as as being successful.
If they try and there's no form of resistance, then they will be successful.
Why will there not be? How will there not be so resistant? You think there has not been resistant? We are no longer in 1914 now. We are no longer in 1914. When was that time when Madam Fodio conquered? That's why I'm personally angry at people who destroyed history in Nigeria, that they did not let our children learn history about what actually happened. And that's why some of the things that people are saying happened about Biafra today. Some of these things are ESA. So you hear this one is different. You hear this one is different. You hear that one is different. Okay. Some of the it's just and I think it is deliberate. I've seen history around the world that's been twisted too. The history in the US that has to do with their flag, their national flag, and some of the things that the Black Lives Matters is fighting against recently. These are things that have to do with history that has been twisted deliberately. People are deliberately twisted with history. They fondle with history, and it is the same thing with many of the societies around the world. Go and look at even the fast developing African country. What is their name, sir? Rwanda, yeah. You see that there are different versions of the story too, of the history, of the things that happened. Even though it happened recently, we have pictures. But some of these things that happen in Nigeria, we don't have pictures. It is just people say, and my mommy say, or my daddy say. And then when I'm now going to say it also, then, I put some extra or additional to make it look beautiful and become what I want people to believe. And it is easy. And when we transform it, that's why I wrote an article recently. I wrote it mainly just because I want us to be able to preserve the history. Some people, maybe after 10, 20 years, maybe some of us might even die, maybe after 50 years, somebody will hear about the NSAS movement or NSAS protest, and they want to Google it, and then somebody will be able to stand, Google and research, because I've seen something that even BBC Africa reported, and it was not, they didn't cover it well. They were even mentioning BBC Africa was referencing Dr. What is this guy's name? Dr. I've forgotten his name. The guy who lives in the UK was saying that they were the ones that the protesters, the activists that actually started the protest in Nigeria. Can you imagine that? That's what BBC reported. Meanwhile, the guys that protested on the street of Abuja, the guys protested that were arrested in the street of Lagos, their name was not mentioned. In fact, the organization was not even mentioned. This is how history is being, deliberately or indeliberately, or maybe deliberately or consciously or unconsciously, they've been twisted with. And whatever it is, like your language, monkey see, monkey do. Anyway, I think we are going to close now. Guys have been dropping their comment. He was in power before and used Nigeria as slaves. And you people expect him to do what? Okay, I think they are talking about Buhari. Yes, truly. See, Nigeria, when Buhari came to power, it was a time when Nigerians were desperate. We desperately needed to change the Jonathan. And that's the truth. You may disagree, but the truth is that we desperately needed to change Jonathan at that time. And so people needed somebody else to replace him. And people came and say, oh, this guy. And everywhere in Nigeria, people tell the lie. In the East, in the West, in the North, and say, oh, Buhari is a man of integrity. We believe the lie. Okay? I mean, majority believe the lie. So anyway, that's unfortunately, that's where we are today. I think we are going to close now. Like Tosin always say, that we need to be political. So in case if Nigeria is still remain a country by 2023, we all need to be political. We all need to find a way to vote out all these guys. Everybody that has been in power in Nigeria in the last 10 years, we need to make sure that they are voted out. That is one of the solutions. That's the way out. Let us have these guys, younger guys whom we can attack on Twitter, because Buhari is not on Twitter. They just put his name there. They put his name and picture there. All right. Some of them don't even know how to use it.
He doesn't even know how to save number on his mobile.
So we need young guys whom we can attack on Twitter. We can call them out and they will know because they are already attached to their phone. People like me now, I cannot do without my phone in a day. So if you send me a message, I don't have choice. I will see it shining. But people like Buhari, whatever you are saying on Twitter, it's whatever they tell him, they tell him.
He only was no.
And that's why somebody like me is even saying maybe Buhari is already brain dead. Maybe they plug him to a machine and it's just and since it is in front, the camera will be just like the camera is in front of me now. So you don't know what is happening behind me. Maybe there's a but Tosi said it's not true. That is just ignoring us.
It just doesn't care.
Yeah, I saw when this guy went to report to him in Abuja, he was smiling.
He doesn't care. He's just enjoying retirement
with our money, right?
What to do?
Anyway, guys, we have to go. Thank you for joining us today. We will be back. All right. Please do follow our page. We would love to have you on our page. Please do like and follow. Thank you so much. We appreciate your opinion. We will go through it. And if you want to, contribute on this platform, please reach out to us. Drop an inbox if you want to be engaged. I love to ask questions from people. Whatever the issue is, especially if it is a social or political issue, I'm interested in it. I will have you interviewed. We will draft questions. I just want to make sense out of issues. I want us to educate the world, especially the teeming Nigerians. There's so much ignorance among us, and we need to expose it. We need to engage people and educate them. That's why this platform is here. Thank you so much. We love you. We thank you for coming to spend your data and time with us. Thank you so much, Oluwatosin.
Thanks.
All right. Good night from here.
Good night, man.
I guess. I think my network is still rolling, cutting off.